Hi, welcome to my video on solving equation. Notice that this is a linear equation because the degree is 1 and I have one variable x. The a, b, and c and d here are integers. So notice I have two x's now and they're all on the left side. Let's work some of these equations through. Remember, we'll do one idea at a time and then in the end we'll put them all together. So if you review my videos, work them through, you'll see a pattern. Let's recall how we're working out these. Some extent, simplify each. We've learned that 4x and 3x is 7x because you add the numbers and keep the variable. You add here and you get a negative 7x. Like terms, you keep the variable. You add the numbers. Double negative is a positive. So 6x and 4x is 10x. And you can add on the negative. Add on negative 7 if you want, and that's a negative 1 understood, so that's negative 8x. Again, you add the numbers and keep the literal coefficient. Now we got a double negative here, so we make that a plus, so we got a 10 plus 1 plus 2, so that's 13y. We add them up and we keep the y, keep the literal coefficient. Double negative is a positive, and again that's a 1 understood, I'll write it there. And negative 12 plus 9 is negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2x. You add these up and you get an x. Practice means pause the video and work these out. We did plenty of those when we did the section on monomials, but again, practice doesn't hurt. That's a 1, so 6 and 1 makes 7x. Negative 11 plus 2 is negative 9x. Double negative is a positive. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2y. Double negative is a positive. 3 plus 10 is 13x. Notice these are the same. So when you add, you keep the x. These are the same, so we get a 12. Negative 8 plus 20. And that's a plus negative if you want. That's a 5. Subtract 7 is a negative 2. But if you want to go plus or negative, go ahead. But you don't have to. Double negative, let's get rid of and make a plus. And you want to add on the opposite, go ahead. So in here, if you want, I would add up the negatives to get negative 16, add up the positives to get a 7, and then that would give me negative 16 and 7 is a negative 9. So if you add up the negatives, and then add up the positives, and then subtract them, I find that easier. But if you want, you may go negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 and 6 is 4. 4 on a negative 13 is negative 9. You can go through from left to right. But because you're adding all these together, add your negative, add your positive, then subtract. Might be a little bit easier, but it's your choice. Let's continue. Solving ax plus by equals c plus d. The a, b, c, and d's are integers. The x is the only variable, even though I got a's and b's as variables. But the x is the only variable that I'm talking about here because the a, b's, and c's are numbers. Note, we have a left side and a right side. On the left side, we put the variables. On the right side, I'm putting the numbers. That's the way I'm doing all of my equations. No matter what the books say or what other teachers say, I'm being consistent. So the steps I'm going to use is that I'm going to simplify the left side, simplify the right side. So I'm going to add up my variables, add up my numbers, and then I'm going to use the multiplication property of equality or the division property. Here we go. Examples. 4x and 2x is 6x. 10 and 8 is 18. I have added up the left side, added up the right side. Notice the x's are on the left, the numbers on the right. Now I divide by 6. 6 cancels, I get a 1. 18 divided by 6 is 3. And we got an equal sign. Add up the x's, I get a 3x. Negative 3 and 6 is 3. And that's a double negative, and make a plus, so that's a 30. And I divide by 3. And x, that cancels. So that's a 10. 3 and 30 goes 10. Easy to see. And the double negative again, get rid of that. And I'm going to add negative 6 and 1 is negative 5. And the right side is 11 minus 6 is 5. The left side is simplified, the right side is simplified, because why? X is on the left, numbers on the right, all the time when I do this solving. Now I'm dividing by negative 5. The 5's cancel. Notice that's a 1 understood. So I get a 1x, which is x. And 5 divided by negative 5 is negative 1. And we got PEMDAS. Oh, a little extra here. PIMDAS. I have to do the inside of this bracket before I do anything else. Now, if you didn't want to write all this down, you could work out the inside of this bracket first and say, well, that's a 4. And 4 squared is 16. So if you want to go 4 and then square it, but if you keep writing it down, there it is. So you might want to go and say, well, that's a 4, and 4 squared is 16, and omit this step. That's your choice when you get used to it. But because I have this simplified, now I'll add this to get 2x, 16. So I had to do my inside of my bracket first to get 4. And then I had to do my exponent next. I'm doing the order of operations. So if I did all that to get 16, then great. I divide by 2, so x is equal to 8. 2's cancel as 1's. 8 is the answer. And this is, add these, is 10x, 20. X is on the left, numbers on the right. Simplify, divide by 10. 10's cancel. X, when I cancel, remember that's a 1 and a 1. 1 over 1 is 1, 1, that's a 1x understood. And 20 divided by 10 is 2. Now I have to add, x is on the left, numbers on the right. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 6 is 11x. And 9, subtract 9 is 0. And I divide by 11. 11 cancels, I get the 1. Notice there's a 1 and a 1. And 0 divided by 11 is 0. 0 is the answer to this. So if you put a 0 there, you get a 0. Put a 0 there, you get a 0. 6 times 0 is 0. And 0 added up is 0. And you get a 0 on that. So 0 is the answer to this problem. And we have to do PEMDAS. So we have to do this before I do anything else. Write this down. A negative 1 to an odd power is a negative 1. So that power is done. PEMDAS. P-E-M-D-A-S. The exponent, that can't be simplified. So the exponent is done next. Now we know multiplication addition, so we simplify the left side to be 10 minus 1 is 9, h. And negative 1 plus 10 is 9. And we divide both sides by 9. 9's cancel. I get h equals 1. 1 is the answer to this problem. And PEMDAS again. Let's see. Let's write this down first. And we have no brackets inside, but we do have an exponent. So that's just 8. And that's, notice that's, you're subtracting 2 cubed. 2 cubed is 8. That is not, note, that is not negative 2 cubed. That's not. This is only the negative of 2. That's only the 2 is being cubed, not the negative. If you want the negative 2 to be cubed, then it has to be in a bracket. But there's no bracket here, so it's only 2 cubed. 2 times 2 times 2, 8. Simplify, we have the power done, we have the exponent done, no multiplication division. Now we're going to add. That's a negative 6x on the left, 0 on the right. Divide by negative 6, and I get, that cancels out, 1's, and I get a 0. Okay, let's continue. Practice means pause the video and work all these out to see if you get the right answers and then play it back. Gives you a chance to see if you know what you're doing. Add up the left side. 1 plus, that's a 1 plus 3 is 4x equals 7 minus 11 is negative 4. Both sides are simplified. Divide by 4. X, that cancels, and x equals negative 1. Double negative is a positive. So 5x and 2x is 7x. 50 minus 1 is 49. Divide by 7. Cancels. x equals 7. Again, that's a multiplication, so we're dividing to just have isolate just to have an x. We're solving for x. And we have to do PEMDAS. We have to do inside the bracket first, which is a -5. Then we have to do the multiplication before we add, so that's -15. So notice I worked the inside the bracket here first, then I multiplied. Now I'm ready to take care of both sides. That's a -5b equals -15. Notice that's a 1. -6 plus 1 is -5. Divide by -5 on both sides. They cancel. 1s. So b is 3. And PEMDAS again, even though I'm not writing it down, it always comes to my mind. I'll work my power. So that's, note, that's a 25. Again, it's not. This is not this. This is the -5 squared. So that will give you -5 times -5, which is 25. But that's the negative of 5 squared. And we have to simplify the addition here. -15, that's a -16. -26, add on 10 is -16. Divide by 8, they cancel. Again, I put the 1s in just to remind you to get 1 and y, and -2. And let's stretch this one out. Let's see what we got here. Well, we got a double negative. We get rid of that, make it plus. And notice I have 7x minus x plus 3x. And I have to PEMDAS. I have the 4 is already done. I have no power. So I have to multiply first. And then I have to add. So that's 7 minus 1 is 6 and plus 3 is 9. And 20 minus 2 is 18. And divide both sides by 9. X equals 2. They cancel. And 9 cancels 18 too. So that's a 1. So, and we do 3y plus y plus 2. And I write down just PEMDAS. I have to work -2 cubed first, which is a -27. Now, nothing to simplify inside. The power is done, so now I got no multiplication. I'm going to add both sides. 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. That's a 1, and that's a 1. 27, add on 2, -27, add on 2 is -25. Divide by 5, divide by 5. They cancel. Y equals -5. And we got PEMDAS again. That's a double negative. We get rid of that. So we'll multiply these two first. You have to. PEMDAS. There's no brackets to simplify because that's a 3. There's no power to do. So we have to multiply the 3 times the 3 first before I do, except for changing double negative. Well, you can do that at any time. So multiplication division is done. Now simplify. So I get a -2x. That's an x equals a -2. And we divide both sides by -2. So x equals 1. So again, notice what I'm saying. I always have notice all of these have the x's on the left, numbers on the right. That's the way we will solve all of these equations that I'm going to do in this unit right now. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you did, click on my like button. If you're not a subscriber, click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. Write a comment if you wish. And don't forget, if you wish to visit my math website, mathfullyexplained.com. And you have 3 sections. One is on me, degrees in teaching experience. The section on video tells you about the teaching strategy you're going to use to help you learn your math. And the section on content gives you the topics and the video, number of videos on those topics. The black font is what's online right now. And the red font is what will be on the line in the near future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.